We have a program that's called our long distance service. It involves a 3 to 4 day visit in Pittsburgh, during which time we will conduct a thorough evaluation and do the beginning stages of the development of a comprehensive treatment plan, which we then have the capability of continuing once you return to your home and your community. Well, even before you come, the very first thing that happens when you make an appointment is we send out a very comprehensive questionnaire for you to fill out. That questionnaire is designed to look at, if it's a child, all aspects of the child's functioning, all aspects of the circumstances in the child's life. If it's an adult, it's the same kind of thing. So we have you fill that out. It can be intimidating because it's very comprehensive, but most families will say, wow, I already started to have a sense of comfort knowing how comprehensive and thorough you were going to be in looking at all of what our issues might happen to be. Then we try to have you return that before you come on the day of your visit. So we begin to get to know you before we've ever even met you. Then on the first day of the week that you'll spend here, it begins with what we call an initial interview, and that's our discovery session. That's a time where we sit down with you across the table, tease out what are your key concerns, what are the areas in life that you or your child are failing to meet expectations, and in essence, what are the things that you want to go better in your life, and trying to begin to tease out how we can help. We also spend time facilitating and helping you tell your story, starting from the very beginning, help you describe the pathway that you've followed over the years to get to where you are now. And then we review parts of the questionnaire that are unclear or there are areas of uncertainty to make sure that we've got a really accurate picture of the whole you, your whole child, whatever the case may be. After that initial interview, then everyone goes through what we call a neurodevelopmental screening. We do systematic testing of basic functions like ability to pay attention, neurological maturation, expressive and receptive language skills, problem-solving abilities, basic functioning in all of the key academic areas, and then we do structured observations of behavior. And we conduct that in rooms where there are observation mirrors, so that if parents choose to, they can observe the testing firsthand. Or that might be a spouse who may want to observe the testing. Once the testing is done, we conduct a targeted physical examination, and that's really targeted based upon information that we've gotten from the questionnaire and the initial interview process. And where needs be, we do an electrocardiogram just to make sure that there are no complications that we have to be concerned about. Once that's done, we reconvene in this room. We'll sit across the table. If there's a spouse or a significant other who is unable to travel to be here, we dial them up on Skype and bring them a seat at the table, and I go over the results of the testing, what were all the key findings that we saw, pull that together with all the other information, and where appropriate, confirm the diagnosis of attention deficit disorder, identify any other comorbidities. Those might be other mental health issues, they may be other physical problems that go hand in hand with attention deficit disorder, or even other personality traits that seem to be important to identify. And then together we begin to develop what we call our success plan, really the agenda for the next 3.5 days of your visit while you're going to be here. And that might mean counseling sessions with one of our counselors. That might be additional consultations with another member of our staff where there are areas we feel like we need to probe. That might be a nutrition consult. That might be a speech and language consult. That might be a further medical evaluation, whatever the situation really dictates. And then we set the agenda for if we're going to use medication, what we're going to pick as the initial medication we're going to try, and then we lay out a plan for doing what we call medication trial tests. most people spend about 3.5 days, sometimes full 4 days. That begins with that initial evaluation that takes up the first half of the day. Each one of those medication trial visits is about a half an hour. We do at least 3 hours of counseling visits during that visit, and that might mean 1 hour on the first afternoon, an hour on the second day, an hour on the third day. Sometimes we extend that into a 4th hour, and we leave time aside for other consultation visits that may range anywhere from a half an hour to an hour and a half, depending upon what the agenda happens to be. And then generally, if we're doing medication, we will do a trial on the first afternoon, a trial the following morning, a trial the following afternoon, so we can do up to 5 or 6 of those trial tests with a medication or different medications, so that by the end of the 4-day period of time, we've got a pretty good handle of where we want to start. So that gives you some idea. There's certainly some downtime, but it is a pretty intensive experience during most of the days.